Hi guys, it's Emily. I've never done a vlog before, but now that I have my iPhone, I figured it was as good of a time as any. So I just want to make my formal vlog introduction to you guys so that you can hear my voice. I know it's always interesting to me to hear bloggers' voices for the first time. It's almost like when you meet someone in person and you expect them to be shorter than they are, and then they end up being taller, vice versa. I think it's always interesting to hear people's voices and see how it matches up with your expectations of what they might sound like. So I'm kind of interested to see if I sound anything like you guys thought I would, or if you even had any kind of idea about that. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But I figured one of the more fun ways to do this would be by going through a accent blog that's been floating around the internet for like a year. I know I always thought it was interesting to see other bloggers' takes on it. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'll post a link to it on mine so that if you're interested in seeing how it all stacks up, then you can do that for yourself. But to start off with, I'm just going to go through and say a few words that I guess people pronounce differently in different parts of the country, and so you can see if I pronounce them the way that you do or if I'm just really strange. Okay, so here's the list: ant, route, wash, oil, theater, iron, salmon, caramel, fire, water, shore, data, ruin, crayon, toilet, New Orleans, pecan, both, again, probably, spitting image, Alabama, lawyer, coupon, mayonnaise, syrup, pajamas, and caught. So there's that list. It's not on there, but I think that my friends tell me that I pronounce while differently than a lot of people. I don't really know why that is. I think part of where my accent comes from, if I have an accent, is that I was born in Michigan. I've lived in Ohio, I've lived in Nebraska, and now in Kansas. So I've kind of been all over the Midwest. But my mom and all of her family's from Texas, so I think that sometimes I pick up on words the way she says them, although she doesn't have a real heavy accent or anything either. So I don't know if that's any kind of explanation for my pronunciation. Okay, the next part of this is to answer a few different questions. So what is it called when you throw toilet paper on a house? I call that teeping. I may or may not have done that when I was younger, but it was all good-natured. What is the bug that when you touch it, it curls into a ball? I think that would be a roly-poly bug. I think that's what they're going for with that. I've heard it called a potato bug, but I don't call it that. The next question is, what is the bubbly carbonated drink called? I call that Coke, and then to differentiate, then you ask if they want like a Diet Coke or a Sprite or something, but just to start off with, it's all Coke, not pop or soda. Cola sounds extra weird to me. What do you call gym shoes? I call them tennis shoes. What do you say to address a group of people? I say you guys. That's one thing I don't take after my mom with. She says y'all, and most of my family says y'all, but I don't feel like I have a right to say that, even though it's kind of more natural sometimes. What do you call the kind of spider that has an oval-shaped body and extremely long legs? I call that a daddy long legs. It's kind of appropriate. What do you call your grandparents? I call both my grandmas, I call them Grandma and then what their last name was. So for like my dad's mom, I called her Grandma Rogers. And then for my grandpas, I called them both Papa and then their last name also. So like Papa McCoy. What do you call the wheeled contraption in which you carry groceries at the supermarket? I call it a shopping cart. I don't know what the alternative would be to that. What do you call it when rain falls while the sun is shining? I don't know, a sun shower. I guess usually when we have storms here in Kansas or Nebraska, they're pretty severe, and it's kind of rare for the sun to be shining. I don't know where that happens. And then, what is the thing you use to change the TV channel? I call it a remote. And so that brings me to the end of my list. Let me know if you guys thought it was interesting at all, or if I say words really strange. And I think I've probably said more in this than I do in normal conversation, so that's something to be aware of in my next vlog. So anyways, I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you probably in word format again soon. That was another Bye.